You hate this scenery, dude.
This scenery?
Yeah, you hate it.
I hate that's a ski lift, right?
Or power lines. I mean, where would anyone ski? There's too many trees.
Are you a skier?
Fuck no, dude. I haven't had health insurance for like a long time, so I just never got into it. I got it last year, though, so that's just something I don't need to be doing.
Yeah. You have health insurance?
Yeah, my current employer pays for everything, so
that's
pretty cool. Yeah.
So what's your, like, what does success look like for you?
For fuck's sake, dude. You running through this fucking guardrail on this podcast.
Oh my God.
God.
I got so much shit from you guys.
Oh, you deserve it, dude.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What kind of fucking question is that,
look,
dude?
this is the thing, though. When I started in Seattle, like, there was no group of guys like you guys down in Tacoma. It was like...
In what regard?
Dude, like, the only people that were doing stand-up were, like the only way to get on stage was to, like, publicly present yourself in a certain way. And I wanted to, like, do stand-up, but I was like, okay, I guess this is what I sort of have to do.
Present yourself in what kind of way? Like a certain, like, political leaning? Like, you have to be, like...
Just not making certain jokes or whatever.
Right.
I think there's, like... I'm glad that I learned all that stuff, but when it gets to the point where you're like, this is funny, but they're not laughing at it because it's Seattle, like, Seattle's one city, and it's important to, like, understand that point of view, but I'm also like, you guys are just, like, you're so fucking negative and passive-aggressive all the time, and, like, if you don't like me, fucking say it to my face, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just, like, don't be a pussy about it, you know?
That is one thing about people from this area is, like, passive aggressiveness is rampant here. Like, no one will just tell you you're a fucking jerk off to your face.
Dude,
like,
keyboard
so
warriors.
I miss that shit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm from Vermont. It's not really known for hostility. It's like, it's a pretty boring place.
Dude, where I grew up, hostility's everywhere. Like, South Jersey was like, it's all just fucking dumbass Italian dudes, like... Ugh, they're all just, not all the times, but people from New Jersey, like that area, there's like, I don't know, there's an attitude of like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it's weird that it's just like, it's a natural setting of just disdain for other people.
And I think that's really what's missing in the Seattle comedy scene is like, in my opinion, there's a little bit too much positivity. There's a little bit too much like back patting, like, oh my God, you're so good, like, good set, like, That shit makes me sick. Like, in my mind, like, default, you stink until you prove me otherwise. And I don't like you until you prove me otherwise.
It's hard, man. I don't know. I don't know what the right thing... Because I want to see people, like, grow and have success. And I think, like... I like, Brent Lowry, he was just on your podcast, and he's been on here a couple times. Like, he came up in San Diego, and, like, they were really two people I know that came up in San Diego at that time where it was like Brian Simpson and like that crew of comics that were down there, like they like annihilated new comics, and it was like it was a game to them to like shit on them, and like I don't know, I think there's a healthy amount of that, but you also want to be like encouraging to people.
There's a fine line for sure.
And there are some people that are like, they're not happy with where they're at in what they're doing, and so the way they keep themselves entertained is just to be shitty human beings. So I'm like, I don't want to do that, but I also like, sometimes you gotta be like, hey, this is fucking ridiculous. And like I wish somebody did that more to me early on, but I also...
Yeah, I definitely got that a few times, and it really, like, it straightens you out. Like, I'm not going to say their names because it'll just bring them pleasure to me to shout them out on your podcast. But this dude, like, you know, he always has something shitty to say, but then will be over the top, like, I like you, you're funny, I like what you do, keep going. And then, like, Firestein one time was just like, dude, just stop being so gay to me. Just like, stop. I was just like, dude, thank you for the spot. Thank you so much. Like, I love coming here. He's like, just shut the fuck up for a second, dude.
Yeah, it's
the gung-ho-ness when you first start being an open micer. Like, I don't know. You need to be corrected.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about, I'm getting like insecure about how I've been.
Towards whom?
I messaged Josh earlier today. I was like, hey man, thanks for the hotel for this weekend.
You're
like,
still being fucking loser.
No, I honestly, dude, I've made this drive out here 10 times and like lost money the majority of the time that I've come out here, but it was like, I mean, I did what you're doing, but by myself, and that's how you like get the opportunities to go forward. So,
but there is the fine line of like being a kiss ass, though.
Oh yeah, I'm not trying to like suck Josh's dick, like. He's no Logan Cantrell, you know. It's just not.
I was gonna say it too, dude.
But seriously, like, I don't know. To come out here and like actually get to really work and fucking stay in a hotel and not be in a car sleeping, like.
This is sick, yeah. This is gonna be a good weekend. Hopefully.
It's us together with Charles Hall tonight, who is one of like. Very funny guy and fucking cool as hell. And that dude, like, he's gone through some shit getting to where he has gotten to. Like, he's had to climb out of a lot of like personal stuff, and it's awesome to see him having success. And then we get to work with like Big J this weekend. And
I can't wait.
Dude, he's dropping that new special.
I saw it. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, man. This weekend's gonna be, and every time you watch him, it's like 4 different hours.
Exactly.
Essentially. It's
a
never
lot of
the
times,
same.
like when I've only hosted a handful of times, or just being on a show, like I will, after I'm done with my shit, I'll just go outside or start drinking or something. But he's one of the few dudes where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go get out of the green room and actually watch this because it's bad. And I'm just a huge fanboy, so. That doesn't help. It's
good to always like watch people. I felt bad. I was at the premiere Meat Pies. My buddy Chris Moran, he like books this show, and I was trying to jump around, get ready for tonight. Like, I slammed a meat pie last night. Just crush. Chicken pot pie.
You tell me we got to pull over?
We might. Shit? Yeah, I've been fucking. It's been brewing as I've been drinking this coffee, but
oh god,
dude, like it was like 6 people at the show. Still a lot of fun, but like I had to roll. Didn't get to see the closing set, but it's
6 people at the show.
Yeah, it was not the highest ticket, but
6 times as many people are going to be there. Dude,
I needed a show like that too.
Yeah,
like just to have like. No, just like no pressure and be able to just like work through my thoughts on stage a little bit. Like the best you can do is 6 people laughing. The worst you can do is nobody laughing. So it's like whatever.
How are you feeling? This is your first headlining weekend. Like what are your emotions right now? What are you kind of feeling like?
I hope I can fucking sleep this afternoon. My biggest like concern is just like I know. I mean, 0 tickets have been sold, to my knowledge. I don't know. I haven't looked since we started driving, but...
God, I hate what we do, dude. Yeah, I love it so much, and there's sometimes like, why do I do this? Do you have that? Do you have, like, exit plans? Mine is to become a welder and get into bowling.
I got 0 exit plan. Like, when I left this job in January that Jesse, my buddy, is still working at and listening to this podcast, I know I can't do something like that ever again.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Me neither, man.
I'm going to probably just do it until the wheels fall off and then...
Yeah, you're nuts, Steve. I'll give you a lot of credit for leaving the job. That's the big leap that I'm both very envious of and terrified of at the same time.
Dude, it's tight, but it also... It's bad because, like, I'm busy, but then there are times where I'm not at all. Hey, if you like that video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and follow our page for new weekly content.